to Hang On webinar for this product presentation of a brand new HQW D. I'm Petter Törfors and the CEO of Hang On Group. With our new HQW D, efficient hanging has never been easier. You will see through this session that it's a quick, flexible, cost-efficient system. It's simple and yet versatile to use. It's also a product that you can save a lot of energy and make your coating more sustainable. For you who have followed us the last year, we have presented Hang On Green Effect, which is our sustainability work. It consists of two parts. We made a survey which clearly shows that the coating industry believes that sustainability will increase in importance the next 5 years. It's also a study about how the energy consumption looks in a coating line. We really have dived into the details of this. And in short, the conclusion, there is a lot of losses in a coating line through radiation, ventilation and heat leakage. And this draws to the conclusion, which can be what we call Hang On Green Effect and can be explained as follows. If we look at the left case here where we have objects hanging on hooks, it has an object flow of 850 kilos per hour. That consumes 470 kilowatt hours. If we more than double this with our product HQC, it will just increase the energy with short of 20%. And here it's a very big increase. In average, our conclusion is that 80 to 90% of the energy consumption is constant in a coating line. And this gives a huge effect on hanging efficient, which HQW is a good product for, as you will see. So let us get down to the product demonstration.
Up with this product, HQW D. D stands for double, it's double-sided. Basically, we will have a standard range of these HQWs. And it's like a hook, you know, but it's a hanger. Or it's a hanger, but it's a hook. It's so simple to use. It's a wire product and it's cheap like a hook. Each hanging point here is equal to a hook cost. And it's still a hanger. It's stable, easy to use, easy to unpack. I can show you or Petter can show us how it's packed. So it's in bunches like this from the box, so it's really easy to unpack and start to use. Please. And one way to use it is to just hang this HQW on a hook and start to hang the products like this. Or ergonomically, you can take this in your hand. It's so stable because it's two wires in the stem. And you can hang like this. Very, very easy. Like this. And it's quite stable, easy to just hang up like this on a hook, for instance. So it's a hook like a hanger or a hanger like a hook, you can say. To unload, it's also very, very simple because it's quite stable like this. You can just do like that. Or you can if the object is like this one, you can just do like that and get rid of the products. So this is a very, very fast way of hanging, and renewing the hanging points is extremely fast, especially if you have 1 meter of this with a center-center distance quite short. It may be 40 times faster than a hook exchange. Another good thing is that the shadowing effect is very, very small because it's a wire product. So the powder, shadowing of the powder is very, very small. So it's a fantastic product from that point of view also. And then it's flexible because this product HQW can be used in many, many ways. And I will show you some other ways how it can be used. For instance, you can use it with this kind of bar, just using standard hooks, or as in this case, as a 45-degree hooks. It's a new range we have also. And then you just hang this HQW like this, maybe fill up with all these products, and then suddenly you have a jig system where this HQW is a major part. Another way, of course, as I showed before, is hanging on hooks. And the form at the top, maybe I have to show you a little bit. Maybe you can see it here, that there is a small V shape on top here in the center, which makes it a little bit more stable on a hook. So even if I do a little bit like this, it will turn to the right directions quite fast. A small detail, but it's important. Then we have a little bit different way of hanging this, and that is on a small sheet metal. See if I can show you this. Yeah. So this small groove here fits with this HQW. But in order to maintain the grounding, we actually have a masking on this. So there is I can show you like this. I don't know how to show it so you can see it. And then we have this masking, which I just slide on here. And then the grounding is protected here at the top. So when I put the HQW like this and just slide down, it actually gets relatively rigid or stable. The rubber here is kind of stabilizing the HQW. And the grounding is protected behind the rubber here. And these steel sheets or these inserts can be done in many ways. In this case, it's for BHL socket. We have another one for the BH socket, a little bit longer also. And we can also use it making weld it, so to say, to a shaft. So the imagination is the limit, so to say. In this case, it's actually a standard shaft, which we will have with both plane and 90-degree hooks at the top, which means I can hang it like this or like this. And another feature here, if I have a little bit longer HQW, I can actually, let's see if I can show you, I can actually get 2 hanging points at the same time. Oh, sorry. I need to hang it here because otherwise it's too difficult. So with some training, it's quite easy to do like that. And then now I can show you. I get 2 contact points here, meaning I have a very rigid jig, a shaft, which can then be, for instance, used in this way, that you use both hands to hang directly on line, for instance, or maybe pre-hanging. And this is a quite rigid hanging method, but easy to renew, very, very fast renewing. So we have these inserts for the BHL socket, and also for this kind of shafts. I will show you how it can look with BHL socket. Here you have it. So if you already have this kind of BHL jigs, you can just buy these small inserts and then start to work with HQW. Also very rigid, stable. The alternative, the older alternative when we are talking about BHL, for instance, is that we exchange. This is the cheapest insert we have. It's just a wire insert. And then we have to exchange each hanging point one by one. And when we have tested this, changing a HQW is as fast as changing one insert, more or less. And the price for HQW per hanging point is equal to this small wire insert. So for us, it's a little bit of a no-brainer to start to use HQW. Just showing another example, it can look like this. Here we have the inserts for BH, the bigger socket, and then HQW, in this case actually with double connection points. And it's stable. This is quite heavy. I'm very strong, but it works. It works fine. Then, for all of you that love to use frames, we also have possibilities to use HQW with frames. So if you have a standardized mother frame, it can look like this. We actually have a standard, a level like this, with the same insert form over here. And then we just put it here as all other levels. And we can start to hang the HQW here, like this. Fill this space with a lot of hanging points very, very fast. And relatively rigid, as before with the shafts and etc. It's quite rigid. Not 100%, but we think it's good enough easy to work with. I have made an example where I actually have used BHL levels and these inserts to make a jig. Maybe it's a little bit difficult to see, but maybe you see here that we have a lot of inserts on these BHL levels, and then the HQW hanging from that. And then this yellow objects, and it's quite heavy, but it's an example of how we can do it. So basically, there is so many ways to use this HQW and make this a part of your flexibility when it comes to hanging. I think that was more or less it from me right now.
So then we get over to our CCC calculation model to see what the effect is that we claim that this is a quick product. We have it on our homepage. You find it here. And I will not explain it. There is, in detail, there is a tutorial for you who didn't see this before. But we have 2 new cases here based on the HQW. In the first one, we have a small product, sheet metal product, which we hang in a daisy chain 14 under each other in small hooks. And then we have a HQV where we have 16 on each. As this will be a quite long daisy chain, we think we need a bit longer distance, so it's 22.5 centimeters. The HQW will hang much more stable and it's not so long, so we can compress that. That means that we increase the hanging density with from 62 to almost 120, 100% more. I will not get in too much of the details, but what we see is that this small sheet metal takes a lot of staff cost because it takes time. Powder consumption etc. is relatively or very small because it's a small object. So with our calculation here, we have a saving of 42% and also a green effect saving or energy saving per coated object. It goes from 0.15 kilowatt hours to 0.08 kilowatt hours. So that's half, reducing the energy consumption to half. But does it really stand up in reality? We will take you through a live demonstration to test to hang this scenario, and it will come up. So here, joined with Jakob, we have Sofia also, and Jakob is going to hang the daisy chain. The 14, can you hold up the object again so we see it? Yeah. this ghost, we call that object, and Sofia will hang on a HQW. So we will just see, Jakob will hang 14 items, and then we will see how many items Fia can do in the same time. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Ready, steady, go. If you notice here, Sofia is working. I mean, you can hang it on the hook directly, but in this case, it can be absolutely favorable to hang in your hands directly in a good position. One thing to notice with Jakob here is that the hooks is more difficult to get out of the box. And as you see, Sofia is soon at 4 HQWs.
Oh, sorry. Finished.
Stop. So you cannot see it, but Jakob has hanged 14 objects, and on each HQW it's also 14 objects. So well over 4 times more objects at the same time. So now we will see how it is to unload the product after coating. So you are ready, guys, again?
Yeah.
Ready, steady, go. And now Sofia used the method of just pouring off the objects into the container.
Finished.
So at the same time, the Jakob load 14, Sofia made more than 4 times object. So we can, I think, claim, in this case at least, that HQW is at least 3 times faster. So then we will take a look at another case, which we have, and that's the frame Jakob showed before. Here, it's a big difference in it. We're still comparing to daisy chain hang 14 objects here. But on this frame, and maybe we should take the picture here, it's in 2 levels, with 2 levels also. So it's well over 200 items on each frame. So it's almost 4 times the density. And a product like this, we need to pre-hang. Most probably, and that's what we have calculated with. And that gives a big savings of 56%, and the energy saving is 75%. And to understand the energy saving, the difference from going to this situation in total energy consumption is just 4% more with the frame. So the energy saving comes from a higher density that's what's reducing the energy per coated product. I will finish off with a last case, and that's the Moon product, which have been our standard case while presenting hang-on green effect, where we, in a similar way, comparing daisy chain to our HQC product, which is another product. And also here it gives a big savings of 63%. I put in the product Jakob showed you with the double-sided HQW. Just show the picture again, it's this one where we hang on both sides, and that's actually have a higher density than the HQC and give a higher savings. And if one feature here that the HQW is cost efficient, even if we increase the density enormously from this to this, and we have a frame, etc., the cost per hanging point is very little, just a few percent, but a huge savings. So go in and have a look at the calculation. They are up on our webpage. And now we will go over to present where you can find the information about our new HQW D.
Hi everyone. You just see now the product demonstration, the calculation of the HQW D, and if you are interested in trying this new product, the HQW D, you can contact your sales representative and you can order a sales box, HQW D sales box. Inside here we have different HQW D shafts, in fact the hangers or the hook hangers, as Jakob just told you. We have insert, and we also have this a special made HQW D shaft. So contact your sales representative and you can order this HQW D sample box. But for sure, where else can you find information about the HQW D? Yes. We have gathered all the HQW D content or information by our web start page. So if you click here, you will come to what we call a landing page for the HQW D. Here we have gathered the most important information, a video, the features Jakob just showed you in the demonstration. For sure, if you want to see the complete assortment of the HQW D, you can just click on the bottom just below here. Yes, and you will come to the product page for the HQW D to see the complete assortment. The hangers, the shafts, the levels, the inserts, the maskings, and the 45 degrees hooks. And on the landing page we have also collected the most information in a white paper. So it's kind of a brochure. You have the features inside here. You have a short description of hang-on green effect, the HQW D case. You can watch the webinar and a short description of who hang-on are. So please go in there and read about it. Shortly after this webinar you will be able to re-watch the webinar by clicking up here. You will have a link to the CCC calculation that Petter just showed you, and you will also have some short information in the bottom of the page. if we just scroll down a little bit. Yeah, where you can contact your local dealer to get more advice, more information about the HQVD, but also if you would like and prefer to order a sales box, you can use this contact info. So the complete assortment, if we just go to the Hang On web page once again, you're able to go from products, hanging system, and you will come here. And then you will see the complete assortment. We have 28 different HQVD hook hangers. Right now we have one HQVD shaft, we have one level, we have 2 different inserts, we have 1 masking, and we have 3 different 45 degrees hooks. But for sure we are also able to make custom-made products for the HQVD. And if you're interested in that, just contact your local sales representative and they can give you more information about that.
So we are coming to an end in the presentation. I hope you have seen that in our live demonstration that it's a quick system, for sure that it's flexible and simple to use. If you take this shaft, for instance, here, and combine it with a couple of different versions of the HQW, you have a very simple and versatile system where you can coat a lot of objects efficiently. Simple as a hook and also cost like a hook. It's on stock.
It's on stock, yes.
So you can order it.
Absolutely.
We have also 2 production cells, fully automatic production cells ready. So we have plenty of production capacity to serve you with.
Yeah, and as I just showed you, get your sample if you want to try this HQVD. We have these sample boxes and you can order it from your local sales representatives in your country.
Or contact your sales rep and ask for some advice. They will happily help you.
Yeah, and as you know, all the contact info you find on our webpage, and you also find the local contact info on each HQVD landing page. Yeah.
Yes. So that's all from us in this product presentation. Hope you liked it. And we say goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye.